What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. And in this video, we are jumping into X-Force issue number 47. This is the last story from the Fall of X. Now, it has been a wild ride on the Fall of X. We have had lots of up and downs. Mostly, for Mutantkind, it's been downs. From the Hellfire Gala to the pages of Immortal X-Men and X-Men Red. From Dark X-Men to X-Force. We have seen Mutantkind taking L's left and right, having the inability to actually stand up for themselves. No leadership, nobody guiding them. What mutants are out there are blindly punching into the night. But now it is time for a new offensive. It is time for Mutantkind to finally fight back. Now, we're only doing 2 videos today, still not feeling 100%, but there's no freaking way that we're gonna miss these comics today. We'll cover Predator vs. Wolverine, Timeless, and a few other stuff in the coming days. But don't you worry, we're gonna get completely caught up on everything. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we pick up with Wolverine. Now, we saw in the Wolverine comic, him and Spider-Man, they tried taking the fight to Orchis. They tried and they failed. Now Wolverine is on the run, currently being chased down by Sentinels. Just when it looks like it is already too late, this is when Sage comes in to save his butt. This is what takes us to present day. We pick up in the North Pole. X-Force is finally back together. They have come up to the North Pole so they can set up their new base of operations. This is where the new X-Force headquarters is going to be. A location that is off the radar, can't be detected. It is a prime location to set up shop, and that is exactly what they do. Now, Wolverine tells Kid Omega that you need to start scanning to make sure that there's not any other mutants out there, or at least send out a telepathic blast to let them know that we are here, and this is a safe haven. But Kid Omega's powers have been kind of in and out lately. He knows that something is off, but he's not sure what it is. But with the shop being set up and all of them going inside, Wolverine notices that something is wrong with Kid Omega. When he goes over and he touches him, Kid Omega sees Phoebe. His powers go a little bit crazy and he ends up in the medical bay. But what's going on with Kid Omega is he is experiencing everything that happened at the Hellfire Gala. Everything that happened to Phoebe. Taking us a little bit later, we have some individuals that have made their way to the North Pole. These individuals being Fang, Aurora, and North Star. They heard Kid Omega's beacon, greeted by Domino and Wolverine. They are hurried inside, and it is such a warm welcome to see that these guys are still out here, still breathing. Picking up a little bit later, we have Colossus and Domino. Now, the gang still doesn't really know what to do with Colossus just of yet. For the time being, they are keeping him here, but he's not trusted, and he also carries a heavy burden on him. The truth is, Colossus doesn't know where he fits in anymore, but Domino, she really wants some help. He was on the Quiet Council, so he's got to have some kind of information that could be viable to any of them. She's just telling him that we need you to be more useful than simply growing food. With her taking off, we pick up with Omega Red, sitting outside in front of a fire. That's where Kid Omega blasts out of here, with him taking off as fast as he can. His powers fully engaged at this point. It looks like our kid is finally back. But Sage is checking in, saying that it's pretty dangerous for you to be flying off like this, that you could be compromising all of us. But he tells her to relax, because she's talking to an Omega. He's already sent out a temporary jamming signal. He finally finds the location of where he is meant to go, and that is the Hellfire Gala, trying to trace back everything that happened with Phoebe, repeating over and over, I am the Omega, I am the Omega, as we see him pick up a bunch of rocks, hurling them into the ocean. It is revealed that underneath all of this is Phoebe. He heard her, he felt her, and he came to rescue her as soon as he was able to. But as he picks up her body, this is when the Sentinel comes. And then we pick up with Wolverine and Fang. The two of them having a conversation, and Fang really wondering, are you gonna even ask if I'm okay? How I'm doing? And Wolverine says that he is very glad to see him, he's just really preoccupied right now. But part of him always knew that Fang would be fine, and everything that he is doing, the people that he is with. He tells them to protect them, but as Wolverine calls everybody inside, Colossus comes up to Wolverine. He tells him that he needs to have a conversation because it is about Sabretooth. Before he gets the opportunity to talk to him, we have the arrival of Quentin, showing up with Phoebe. Kid Omega lets them all know that it is not safe out there, but we see all of them embrace. What they do not see is on a hilltop nearby, we have big ol' bad Beast, wielding a rifle, saying it's good to see that they are all alive for now. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So definitely not a bad issue. It looks like Kid Omega finally has his powers back. Maybe they're gonna still be a little bit spotty. We'll see. Phoebe's back. The beacon has been sent out. Everybody knows where the X-Force base is, including Beast apparently. Which kind of makes sense. If they sent out a beacon to all mutants, Beast would get that beacon as well. But Beast's intention, it was never to kill mutantkind. His intention was always to protect mutantkind. So while it seems a little bit sinister for him to be sitting on the edge, sitting on that ridge line with a sniper rifle, he could just be investigating to see what's going on. At the end of the day, Beast could come back and be a huge asset. Right now, they're fighting a war, and Beast is a warhound. He is a weapon to be pointed at the enemy and used. Everything else that he did, they can handle that later. But for the time being, Beast would be such a huge asset in this war against Orcus. But X-Force is finally back together. We have all of our members back in one spot. X-Force is trying to rebuild something here, an opportunity to start anew. And so now that the fall of X has fully come to a close, the fall of the House of X and the rise of the House of X are just on the horizon, along with the Sabretooth War, along with the resurrection of Magneto. Man, 2024 is gonna be hitting so freaking heavy with the X-Men comics. The only sad part is it looks like the Krakoan era is finally coming to an end. After all of this time, after all of these stories, it looks like this chapter of the X-Men will be closing in the near future. But I do hope that they find a way to continue on these stories. Me personally, I have fallen in love with the Krakoan era. It is such unique, such fun storytelling. The stories, the characters, the new arcs, everything in between. You know, obviously not every title is going to be an absolute banger, but overall, the grand scheme of it, if we look back and just look at everything that they have done, from what Jonathan Hickman really birthed, this was masterfully done. Hate it or love it, it is something new, it is something unique, and it is something to really shake things up a bit. But we'll see what the future holds for us. We still have the trial of Cyclops and a whole bunch of other stuff that is just waiting there. Not to mention that we just found out who makes it to Dominionhood. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.